Hello students, today we will discuss the next remaining stanzas of the poem On the Receipt of My Mother's Picture, written by William Cowper. Students, in our previous lectures we have discussed and I have also explained the uh, poem that in this poem the poet has expressed his thoughts and feelings aroused by the picture of his mother, which has been given to him by his cousin. We have already discussed that the poet lost his mother when he was only 6 years old child. After that, he receives his mother's picture from his cousin, and he composed this poem when he was 6 years old. He has recollected the emotions, the feelings of his childhood in a very clear manner. In these lines, which we are going to discuss today, in these lines also the poet is expressing his memories of past which he spent with his mother. So let us begin with the next stanza. All this still legible in memory's page, and still to be so to my latest age, adds joy to duty, makes me glad to pay such honors to thee as my numbers may. Perhaps a frail memorial, but sincere, not scomped in heaven, thought little noticed here. So, in these lines, the poet expresses his happiness in celebrating the memory of his mother in this poem. All this still legible in memory's page, and still to be so to my latest age. Adds joy to duty, makes me glad to pay such honors to thee as my numbers may. The mind of the poet is full of memories of his childhood. Still legible in memories page means the poet's mind is is full of memories of his childhood, uh, while he is looking at his mother's picture which he has received from his cousin. And still to be so to my latest age, adds joy to duty, makes me glad to pay. Many sweet memories are still fresh in his mind, and they will continue to be there till his last day. To my latest age means the memories related with his mother will be there, will continue to be there in his mind, in the poet's mind, till his last day. The memory of his mother helps him to find joy in his work, adds joy to duty, makes me glad to pay such honors to thee as my numbers may. The poet says that his mother's memory helps him to find joy. To duty means to work, to whatever he does. So, memory of his mother helps him to find joy in his work. Makes me glad to pay such honors to thee. Thee means you. The poet is addressing to his mother. As my numbers may. He is happy to honor, to celebrate her memory in the poem. Perhaps a frail memorial but sincere, not scomped in heaven, though little noticed here. It is no doubt, there is no doubt that this is a weak memorial, but it is very frail means weak. There is no doubt that it is a weak memorial but sincere, but this memorial is very sincere, not scomped in heaven, though little noticed here. This memorial may not be of great importance. Not scomped in heaven means it may not be of great importance, of great value in the world, though little noticed here, but it is of much importance in heaven, where she has gone, where the mother of poet has gone. So, though the memorial is weak and it is not of much value in this world, here means in this world, but it is of much importance in the heaven where she has gone, where the poet's mother has gone. Next stanza. Could time his flight reversed, restore the hours when, playing with thy vestures tissued flowers, the violet, the pink, and jasmine, I pricked them into paper with the pin, and thou wast happier than myself the while, wouldst softly speak and stroke my head and smile. In these lines, again, the poet is recollecting his emotions of his childhood, which he spent with his mother. And in these very lines, the poet wants that the time must reverse the movement to his childhood. Could time his flight reversed, restore the hours? The poet recalls the happy days of his childhood when his mother was alive. So, in these lines, the poet recalls that time which he spent with his mother. When playing with thy vestures, tissued flowers, thy means yours, vestures, the clothes which his mother used to wear when she was alive. Playing with thy vestures, tissued flowers, the violet, the pink, and jasmine. She used to shower her affection and her love, care upon her son. The poet wishes time to move back to the period of his childhood. He remembers those happy days which he spent with his mother. He remembers that he used to play when playing with divestors. He remembers the time, he recalls the time when he used to play with the vesture means clothes, garments, dress, when he used to play with the dress worn by his mother. I pricked them. Pricked means to pin up. With a pin he pricked into paper the various flowers woven in the garment of his mother, and those flowers were of different colors. And thou means you, wast means was, happier than myself the while, wouldst softly speak and stroke my head and smile. They were different flowers of different colors, and all the while she felt happier. His mother felt happier than the poet himself. Wouldst softly speak. The mother of the poet spoke very gently, in a very polite manner, and stroke my head. Stroke means to pat, and she also she patted his head and smiled sweetly always to him when she was alive. So, in this poem, the poet wants that the happy days of his childhood must reverse. Next stanza. Could those few pleasant hours again appear? Might one wish bring them? Would I wish them here? I would not trust my heart. The dear delight seems so to be desired. Perhaps I might, but no. What? Here we call our life is such, so little to be loved and do so much, that I should ill requite thee to constrain thy unbound spirit into bonds again. This is the concluding stanza of the poem. These are the concluding lines of the poem. In the receipt of my mother's picture. In these lines, the poet is full of desire to call back the happy days of his childhood, but he also thinks about the pros and cons or the advantages and disadvantages of doing so, of recalling his happy uh, past times, past days. Could those few pleasant hours again appear? There are moments when the poet wishes time to move back to the period of his childhood. Then another thought comes to his mind. He thinks, could those few pleasant means full of happiness, again appear? Even if he could bring back those childhood days merely by wishing for them, he would not wish for them. Might one wish bring them? Would I wish them here? The poet thinks that even if he could bring back those happy days of his childhood, but he would not wish for them actually. I would not trust my heart, the dear delight seems so to be desired. Perhaps I might. He has his own reasons for not calling back the days of his childhood. But no, what here we call our life is such, so little to be loved and though so much. The return of childhood days would no doubt be a rare delight for him. He thinks that the return of his childhood days would be a rare type of delight, happiness for him. There is no doubt in this fact, but it would be a curse for his mother. So little to be loved and though so much, that I should ill requite thee to constrain thy unbound spirit into bonds again. The poet says that if he recalls his past days of his childhood, then it would be a curse for his mother, because now her spirit is free from the bound of any type. And if he recalls his past childhood days, her free spirit, the free spirit of his mother, would be bound in worldly chains once again. That would not be a good way to repay the debt of thankfulness to his mother. So he would not wish for the return of the happy days of his childhood, which he spent with his mother. Thy unbound spirit into bonds again. Unbound spirit means free spirit, free soul, free spirit into bonds again. Bonds means constraints. So the poet thinks that he would not wish for the return of the happy days of his childhood. He seems to have resigned himself to his fate. So he doesn't want to. He doesn't want that the free spirit of his mother would be bound in worldly chains again, because it seems that he has resigned himself to his fate now. So students, today we have completed our poem on the receipt of my mother's picture. Tomorrow we will continue with our next lecture. Thank you very much.